to the latest episode of the Reset Button on July 3rd, right before July 4th. Matters for two of us at least. 2025.
Sorry. I just caught the replay. I just caught myself running into frame because I forgot to shut the door behind me. It was like, oh crap! I'm not late for the podcast. I'm on time.
Don't let him lie. How could you do this to us, man? Now we're all three here. We're gonna have good night. We're gonna be talking, well, about controllers for the most part, or sometimes lack thereof. We're going to be talking about the latest, the greatest, the worst, and just the legendary. But we're going to have a good time here. This is episode 36, and I came up with the lamest title ever. Go me, it's called New State of Play. Thank you, Sony. Appreciate it. We'll just yank that. Belongs to us now. But before we get started, of course, we go around the triangle and we introduce everybody. Everybody knows me. I've been doing this since the podcast started, about a decade ago. So, Reset Patrick, you've known me since Tanner was here and everybody else. I'm never going away. I'm old. Deal with me. But of course, we are going to go, and we're going to split this up a little bit here. Here's somebody who's not excited about tomorrow, Johnny Chase.
Wait, what am I? Oh, right. 4th of July. Yeah. We had our fireworks on Tuesday. Y'all are behind. But it was a big Canada Day, though, nonetheless.
I mean, we are running backwards right now, so yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the one political joke of the whole thing. But yes, we are running just a little behind here. Oh, my goodness. Can you guys adopt me? Can Canada come down and adopt me? I'm just asking.
No, you gotta make the trek up here.
Fuck.
We're hunkered down here. We're good.
I tried. Well, I guess I'll just have to introduce my fellow American. But we'll be excited tomorrow. At least I hope. I think maybe. Liz.
You know, I've had a lot of people say America doesn't deserve a birthday, and I'm like, ooh, ow. But I'm excited. You could say my name.
I mean, it's a...
You can say my name.
Look, here we go. I'll say this. Liz and I are the two Americans on here, and it gives us an opportunity to eat a hot dog, maybe. I like hot dogs.
Literally making hot dogs for people tomorrow. We're gonna
Fuck
craft,
yeah!
and
Fuck yeah!
And I'm gonna make a Hamilton themed costume for the weekend. So I'm very excited.
Well, yeah, there you go. See, like if we didn't have America, then we wouldn't have the Broadway musical Hamilton, and everything would be fucking destroyed. So
yeah, I know, right? And it's the 10-year anniversary of that show, by the way. Big deal. So I'm making a Hamilton-themed outfit tomorrow for Saturday night, so I'm very excited.
That reminds me, because I didn't know about Hamilton, but 10 years ago, like the guy who wrote it was being interviewed and said his favorite podcast was My Brother and Me, which the McElroy brothers, who are actually from Huntington, West Virginia.
Yeah.
I lived in that town for 7 years and didn't know those guys at all. No, I had no idea.
That's wild.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden one day, because like a professor I had when I was going through J school knew that what I'm doing right now is what I wanted to do for a living. Spoiler alert, it didn't work out, but this is what I wanted to do for a living. And he's like, well, you know, you could have some really successful, legendary people come from here. And I had no idea he was talking about Justin McElroy, who he started Polygon, right? He co-founded Polygon. Chad, can you correct me?
Did he? Really?
I thought he did.
That's a big deal. That's a big site. Yeah. No idea.
So yeah, big stuff. And big episode too. We've got all sorts of things we're going to talk about, and so everybody understands what I mean when I say like a new idea play. I was listening to the biography video of Gunpei Yokoi, and I started thinking like all the different ways he came up with, because at first he came up with the Game & Watch, because he was watching a dude just bored out of his fucking mind on the train going to work. He was like playing with a calculator of all things. That's how bored this dude was. So he came up with the idea for the Game & Watch because it was a good way to hide what you were doing, because you just had to use your thumbs. And it just looked like you were messing with like a watch or a calculator. You were playing a video game. No one knew. So I thought, you know what? This guy has come up with some great ideas. And there's been other ideas on how to play a game or entertain yourself in a way that doesn't have a traditional controller. And let's be honest, some of them fucking suck. And we're going to talk about those too. Some of them are absolutely god-awful bad. And I'm sure some people in chat are probably like, I've got the perfect one. Matter of fact, I'd like to hear what you guys are thinking, because it may be completely different from one of the ones I'm thinking of. So, when you guys think of this idea of like a non-traditional controller to play a game, good or bad, what do you think?
Well, I mean, like,
the
I
model
was
of DDR pad.
I was just thinking DDR. Well, I mean, like, I guess, yeah, it all depends on what DDR pad. Like, if you could afford like the big ass metal one, you're set. But most of the time, like, they're all plasticky and they move all over the place. Like, they're terrible.
Well, no, it depends. It depends, but we can get further into that. That's what I think of. But please, speak your truths.
Gonna let Johnny go, because I think I'm gonna like probably rant on mine for a minute.
Oh, for like bad controllers?
If you can talk about a good one if you want to, but mine's definitely going to be bad.
Right. I will say. Oh, okay. I said it before. I'll say it again. Xbox controller, I find, like, as far as like for a modern controller, minus like the D-pad. Of course, I had to get like a series, Elite series, to get a better D-pad out of it. But I don't know, just ergonomically, it just feels good in the hand. Since, like, you know, the controller S on the OG Xbox, this has been kind of my go-to for just like how a modern controller should feel.
Yeah.
Because like, I felt with like the GameCube, like they tried, but like having like the right analog stick key, the C nub, that giant ass A button, which I mean, try to play Mega Man Anniversary Collection on a standard GameCube controller is terrible, because like you got that big ass button, it's a tiny little button to shoot, and you can't remap it. Like,
oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah, because I borrowed that from somebody back when I didn't have like the full NES collection I have today, and it was painful. I remember.
And I will say, like, you know, Nintendo has caught on, so that's why when they make the Pro controller, it pretty much mimics the 360 or the Xbox controller as far as like analog stick placement, D-pad, face buttons. The only one that doesn't seem to do that is PlayStation, which I don't have my PlayStation controller near me there, but like having the analog sticks in the middle just feels kind of, oh, you know what? I can demonstrate with this one here. That's my this is kind of my all-in-one favorite right now, especially when I'm playing retro games. So it's the 8-bit Do.
What is that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the.
That looks
It's
wild.
like the SM30, but it's the Xbox branded, because I wanted one that could plug into an OG, or not OG Xbox, Xbox One and Series X to play, like, you know, if I got any like collections, or you know, because it just feels good. Its placement's like a Super Nintendo controller, and I do have the analog sticks in case I want to do anything. But like, yeah, they're placed like they would be on a PlayStation, which, yeah, when
PS5.
I'm like, okay, but I prefer the stick to be up here. But you know, this is probably like my all-time favorite controller right now. So this is in my PC, and basically for like emulation station, this is like my go-to controller for everything.
I really like that, because PS5, I think the controller is just really, really solid, because it's spacious enough to where one of the things I hated the most with older controllers, where both the sticks are in the middle, I don't want my thumbs to touch. I don't know if it's a me thing, if I have some sort of problem, I don't know, but it makes me nuts. I can't handle it. So I appreciate how wide the new PS5 controller is, where that's just not possible. Super love that. But
I will say, like, the Pro controller, you can swap out the analogs. what am I thinking of? I'm thinking there's some manufacturer out there that has it to where like you can swap the D-pad and the left analog stick out on the PlayStation controller.
Oh.
No, it's not Sony. It's not Sony. Sony just did like the Elite thing, made a heavy controller with battery built in, stronger battery, and then you can swap out the sticks. But
yeah,
not Scuff. I'm trying to. This is gonna drive me nuts. I know there was like one company out there that had it where you could swap the D-pad and the stick out. I think it's something that GameStop sells. Not GameStop directly, but like they're sold through GameStop.
Right. So it's a company that like uses GameStop to distribute.
Yeah.
I've always been interested in getting like an Elite controller, but I think they are just like stupid overpriced. Because it's like what, $150+ for one controller? It's insane. But I mean, if it gets you a decent D-pad, I really like the PS5. I like it. It's a very fine system.
Love
I like the
PS5
controller. I hate the D-pad. I think it's bad. I think it's really, really bad.
I don't. What are you playing in particular that's bothering you? Because like I don't think I've played anything that's like heavy in terms of like D-pad use, like only, or I don't know.
Fighting games. I'm a D-pad player with fighting games.
That's a little different.
Exactly. So the D-pad for PS5
like
controller is
where
bad
it might
for that.
Be like uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
Because like doesn't it like towards the center it like gets lower and it's like higher on the edges.
Yeah.
Is that how it is or no?
No, you're right. And you also have to remember like in between like the spaces, the up, down, left, right, there's just space. So your thumb is like fumbling around on there when you're trying to do the inputs, and it's a fighting game. Inputs are the most important part of playing. So it kind of just sucks ass. Versus, and this is where I'm going to give the Xbox Series controller lineup its credit, because it's got a really, really great D-pad. Not as good as the Pro controller for Nintendo Switch. Not even close. But really good. Makes the PS5 controller look ridiculous.
Really, you like the D-pad on the Pro controller?
I do.
I hear so many retro enthusiast channels say they hate this D-pad because it's too squishy.
I like the squish.
Oh my god!
Central pivot is I keep hearing that in one particular one, and I'm just like,
squish.
Bro.
I could see the squish, like how we were talking about, like the weird angle. And that plasticky angle on the PS5 controller with fighting games. I could see with the D-pad on I think that squish is that needed comfort that you do not like on the PS5 controller.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I truly do, because
I think that's the factor.
I play fighters with the Pro controller, and I don't have any problem using the D-pad on there. I still think that if I'm going to be using a D-pad to play a fighter, I still think that the Xbox controller is better for that, simply because it's just what's the word I'm looking for? It's directionally it just feels better.
Yeah, like I said, like for my 8BitDo Xbox SNES controller, this is what I primarily use for Street Fighter 6 on the Xbox, because I didn't grow up with Street Fighter on the arcades. I grew up with Street Fighter on the SNES, so I'm just naturally comfortable with like my low and mediums on face button and my heavies on the shoulder button. So that's what I always have it programmed to, and I way more comfortable playing Street Fighter 6. I actually don't think about it. I've never tried Street Fighter 6 on a stick, so I don't know if there'd be any difference, but I don't know. It's just it's a comfort level for me. A lot of people are just like, no, you have to have a fight stick for fighting games. It's like, not really. I mean, I look at Maximilian Dude, who will use stick on most Capcom fighters, but on NetherRealm games, he'll go D-pad. I think it was like the topic of an Assist Me when he did Injustice 2. They all looked at Max, it's like, you're on a D-pad? It's like, this is how I play NetherRealm games.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention the Street Fighter 6. Funny. I can't speak for Street Fighter 5. Somebody will come in and like behead me, so I don't want to say that. But Street Fighter 6, absolutely designed for pad. Absolutely designed for pad. You can make it work with stick. You can make it work with the new fight pads too, obviously, because I think that's what Daigo uses now. But
hitboxes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can wrap my head around that, because I'm also watching some streamers, and they put their TikToks up playing Kaizo Mario ROM hacks, and they're using hitboxes, and I'm like,
What?
I can't fathom
Holy
going like
shit.
this to play like Mario, and I still can't fathom going like this.
That sounds miserable.
Like when you think about it, like it is optimal to use a hitbox to like do your directional inputs, and like you can like do neutral attacks, but still I can't fathom my head around doing that. It's just, for me, I need that D-pad.
It's the weirdest thing. So I mean that is a non-traditional controller that we could really talk about, because that thing is interesting as fuck. So Liz, have you seen a hitbox? Do you know what it is?
No. Let me Google it, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be thinking of. Hitbox controller.
Essentially, what it is, and you'll get your reaction to it when you see it.
I'm gonna look this up.
Think of a fight stick, but take the stick out and just replace your directions with more buttons.
Oh,
or
this is some psycho shit.
Or in some cases, some hitboxes have just like WASD.
Yeah.
Or directional keys. Like,
it looks really weird
some
at
of
first.
These where it's got like the things written down. Okay.
Yeah, it looks really weird
your
at
left hand
first.
is like the controller.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So
What the fuck?
one of the really
this is wild.
Yeah. So one thing I'll also promote is the two controllers that have the D-pad and the analog stick switched on it for PlayStation 5 is the Razor Wolverine version 2. And the one I was thinking of is actually there's 3. A Nacon Revolution 5. That one has them swapped out. And the final one is actually Victrix. That's the one that was sold at GameStop, that you can like physically like remove the D-pad and stick and move it around and swap it out.
Not gonna lie, like, okay, I feel like this is a language that can be learned. Okay, there's a way to learn this. But like, now that I'm thinking about it, like, this could be like an accessibility controller for people. Like, if there are some people who can't like physically grip or hold a controller, I feel like this is another option to play games in general. Now that I'm kind of like looking at it. Interesting.
It also does some other really wild stuff, especially in fighting games. Because obviously, when you're playing a fighter, you can't hold back to block plus go forward at the same time. Except with this controller, you can. You can't hold down plus go up at the same time. Except with this controller, you can. Which, like, with charge moves and charge characters, it's insane. Like, Wordman Chat was pointing out, it's really wild. It sparked a pretty big debate in the fighting community for a little bit on whether those controllers should be allowed, simply because of that. And I think ultimately...
Wild. Okay, I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Because like you could execute a charge move with like very few frames using a hitbox than you can with a D-pad or even a stick. Because all it is just quick button press. In this case, you're like you're flicking your wrist or you're flicking your thumb over to the next button. You've got more control because you've got kind of like a claw hand on it.
So like if say you're playing Akuma, who does like his forward heavy kick is an overhead axe kick, but you also want to block at the same time. You can block and press the forward button and be able to axe kick people if they get close to you at the same time. It's stupid.
Oh my god, that shit's broken. But amazing. Oh, I could see why this is a whole thing.
It really sparked a debate.
I love and hate it at the same time.
I think ultimately they decided to go ahead and allow that controller to be used in tournaments. And I know, like I said, Daigo, who is like a Street Fighter god, is someone who uses it regularly. But
that's wild, dude.
It is.
Jeez. I don't think the game was intended to be played like that, though. That's the thing.
No.
I think it's the intent of the game, and I could see why it would not be accepted.
I'm going to play devil's advocate and explain why it was accepted. Because the game allowed it to happen.
Well, do explain.
That's why the game allowed it to happen. That's why they let the controller be in tournaments.
True. Okay, I get it. it just, I guess if they didn't want it to happen, they would update it, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
remove
They could
that
if they
sort of
wanted to.
function.
I'm sure they have, like, I'm no programmer. If somebody comes in here and be like, well, it's not possible because of this reason, I'd be like, I'm not a programmer. I don't know. But I would assume if they had a problem with it, they would have some way to shut it down. They haven't.
Yeah.
That's all I know. But yeah, that is an excellent example of what we're talking about. At least what I wanted to talk about. It's like, take these wild ideas instead of like having a controller. Like, I'm gonna pull up this relic of the past. Hey, look, it's a Stadia controller. Remember that? Ha, ha. Oh boy. Instead of those things, different ways to control games and have different experiences. And one I could think of right off the top of my head, because I was there when it came out. A lot of people hear about it on the internet. I was there, man. I was there. I was there for the Power Glove. That fucking thing.
I was there, Reset.
I was there
5,000 years ago.
And
we all realized how bad it was. Yeah, we're all like, cast it into the fire. Destroy it. No.
That's exactly it.
Mine. So bad.
No. And why shouldn't I? And why shouldn't I keep it? Because it fucking sucks. It really was as bad. Like, I know that the ABGN episode is legendary at this point because of like how dumb and terrible it was, but I remember going over to like there were these kids. I don't remember who they were to me, but I mean they were nice kids, whatever. It was an older girl and like this boy, and they were trying so hard to figure this piece of shit out. They were trying to play, I think it was Mario and a few other games, and they could not get it to do like anything right. And it was just amazing watching these kids just struggle and struggle and struggle to get this flying piece of shit to work. I don't even think like they figured out that you could flip it over and just use the controller part, because no, they would just do that with their hand for about 10 minutes and then they gave up and didn't want to play Nintendo anymore. That's how bad it was. Like, it made kids not want to play Mario. And it never got better. It gave such a bad impression of what you could do with a peripheral like that. But that, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but I don't think that anything like that has been tried again. Nobody's like strapping a glove or a leg, something to your hand or leg or anything so you can play a game.
Nintendo with Ring Fit Adventure and Nintendo Sports.
But is that truly the same, though?
Not really. There has been other gloves. There is actually, I think there's a 64 glove. I know there's a PlayStation glove because I've seen Kedikarus review it. Let me just see here. N64 Power Glove. Here this comes up.
Oh my God! Don't just tell me it's not true.
Yep.
Oh my God!
There's a Nintendo 64 Power Glove. It's on Reddit, so it must be true. Oh wow! Like the C button. So it's like top row is just like a few C buttons. The second row is like the
I gotta
A
see
button,
this piece of
a
shit.
C button, a B button. Yeah, just type in N64 Power Glove in Google. And listeners at home in chat, go and do that yourselves. Go take a look at this thing.
Oh my God!
Okay, well, one more time. You said
N64 Power Glove.
Reality
oh,
Quest.
dude, bro. I know the regular, but an N64. There's too many. This is too much.
Yeah.
What is this pile of shit? Look at that!
Apparently, like, analog motors are supposed to be in like the wrist, so you're supposed to be able to twist and turn with the movement.
Because it looks like the buttons are on top of your fingers, right?
Yeah. So you're supposed to be
So
like this.
how the? But no, they're on top of your fingers. So like you're supposed to put your hand out and then do this. Like, what?
That's so funny.
Oh, I didn't expect this much pain. Not this early.
Oh
Oh,
my.
here's a picture of someone wearing it. Okay.
If you want something, yeah, see if you can throw that on screen for our visual viewers on YouTube and on Twitch, live on Twitch.
Let's see if I can.
While you're doing that, I wanted to know if, because like I wanted to know if the Fine Brothers got a bunch of kids to play this thing before, because I've seen the Nintendo one and I wanted to, you know.
Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna flip to an old screen here, but I'm gonna try and screen capture something real quick.
So as I type that into YouTube, Kids React Power Glove, I'm scrolling down and you got the nerd on there, and you know Norm, the gaming historian's very good video on the subject, because I always like his work. He does very educational stuff there. I scrolled down and I see someone say, "Can you beat Borderlands 3 with a Nintendo Power Glove?" How is that even possible? And that's going to my watch later.
All right, I hope everybody can see that thing right now.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that pile of garbage. That's awful. Whoever designed that should be ashamed. And I'm not even kidding. Look at that. I mean, okay, they learned their lesson a little bit. They're not trying to use motion anymore. Gotcha. Okay, cool. But why? Why did you decide that was a good idea? How was that any better?
Hey man, this is still their mid to late 90s. People were still trying out all kinds of weird shit. You ever see those steering wheel controllers that just had like a gyro inside of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was terrible. Or the ones that is just a wheel, and like to go in a racing game, you twist the wheel.
Or how about,
horrible.
This is one I was thinking of earlier. I wanted to bring this up because I didn't know anybody who owned this thing. I saw commercials for it, and then I saw a few ads in like gaming magazines, and I was just like, no, this thing cannot work the way they're saying. What was it? The Sega... The thing that Keith Avocari and AVGN were playing with.
Oh, Activator.
Yes.
The Activator. Yeah, that little hexagon thing that you would snap together and you're supposed to pull off moves in fighting games.
Yeah, you're supposed to stand inside of it and like, you're in the game now. Punch, kick.
I will say though, like I've never used those before, but at an arcade in Mississauga, Ontario, many moons ago, I'm talking like some 20 plus years now, they had a setup where you could play Tekken 3 with motion. you stand in a circle and you would just flail and throw punching kicks. I gotta see if I can find this.
Oh my god. So Tekken 3, they had like a body motion, like you're actually fighting, man.
How do you even play as King if you're gonna do that? Just keep throwing your arms up like you're trying to hug somebody?
I don't know, but all I know is I just picked Eddie Gordo and just cheesed it.
Okay, even dumber question. How do you play as Eddie Gordo?
I just went,
unless you really know how to break dance.
I so wish that this thing existed now in the realm of smartphones and in social media. This thing would blow up.
Probably. Like, if it was still, like, prevalent in the YouTube era, people would probably go insane for that. And before somebody says something, I know it's not breakdancing. I know it's an actual martial art that he knows. I just can't remember what it is.
Capoeira.
Oh, well, see?
So can we talk about dancing for a second?
Yes.
So I do want to say, DDR. So I never had the pleasure of ever using a metal one at home, okay? There were some kids that were like the goth kids with the big ass strip pants that's what they would get for Christmas. And I never had the pleasure to go try them out, but I know they existed, okay? However, when it comes to like the cheaper and the more expensive dance pads, the cheaper ones are better. And let me just tell you, the expensive ones are like super foamy, And like that's nice and cool and all, right? Like you think you're getting a better product, but they don't fucking fold up, and those guys slip across the carpet and the hardwood, whereas the cheap ones, I've never had any of them break ever, and I played the game a ton, and they have like enough like rubber coating on the bottom that they don't slip, and they're portable and foldable. Is this a hot take? I don't know. Don't know. Cheap ones are better. That's all.
That's I am not a DDR aficionado, but I just couldn't imagine that like the cheap ones are the good ones. How often is that?
No, the cheap ones are the good ones. Like let me be real. Like the expensive ones are like just like too fancy that it counteracts, like it just doesn't work. And then also sometimes they did, because they were so thick, they sometimes wouldn't register steps for some reason.
Oh, well, that's unforgivable.
It's not a matter of skill. It was like they're kind of defective at the same time.
That's
like
unforgivable.
It's more comfortable in theory, but it doesn't like stand still. It jumps around and moves a lot. Sometimes it wouldn't register, in my experiences. Whereas like the cheap ass ones were perfect. Like if you didn't have like the premium, like authentic arcade experience at home feeling, the cheap ones are the better ones.
Yeah, I could see that. It's kind of like oftentimes when I was watch like BlizzCon, there would always be like some manufacturer of like peripherals there that talked about like, oh, here's our new premium mouse. It gives so many DPIs and all these other things. But like, you go and you could try these at Best Buy. I mean, you can try just about any mouse you want at Best Buy, and you find like half the time they're uncomfortable as fuck, and they don't even do what you want. And then like you can get a cheaper, like I don't think that the Razer mouse I have is all that expensive, but I've got the WoW buttons on the side and does fine for me. Versus one that's $100+ and has like all the bells and whistles. I need it. That's just fine, and it's comfy.
Oh god, I had to circle back a bit. Now you remember talking about BlizzCon and people selling their wares. Do you remember seeing footage of, because like remember E3, everyone's going there because they want to play the hot new games, but a lot of people don't know or remember is that other companies were there trying to sell other garbage to you. Like I've seen footage
like
of
the
it, I
Ouya.
can't find it anywhere. Yeah, well, not necessarily Ouya, but that's its own thing. I'm talking about like when the Wii was like red hot and Mario Kart Wii was out and selling like gangbusters. I remember one company trying to sell an inflatable cart that you could sit in and put the Wiimote in the inflatable wheel and pretend that you're driving. I remember seeing this. I don't know if maybe they posted it on Screw Attack back in the day.
Oh my god, no.
I think that might have been in one of their like top 5 best and worsts of E3. But yeah, E3 used to be littered with that shit. It's just like, hey, here's this weird ass controller we got.
Inflatable cart. Like, how would that even work? Do you just like it has like some detection where like you lean left or right and that just, how? Motherfucker, how does that work?
Silly.
Yeah, for real, you'd look like a fucking asshole sitting in your house trying to play Mario Kart looking like that.
Oh, please tell. Oh, I found it. I was going to say, please tell me they don't actually still sell this. But yeah, I found a posting on Amazon for it. But it's currently unavailable. If you want to see it, it's there.
Oh my god.
It's Wii inflatable racing cart on Amazon. It just, oh, it looks terrible. But no, it wouldn't have to, because like all you do is just this gyro motion of the Wiimote, right?
I mean, I guess, but if you're gonna say that, and it's just like, oh, you know, the gyro motion of the Wii remote takes care of everything, then my next question, I mean, I think it's a pretty simple question to those people. Why the fuck am I sitting in an inflatable? Why?
Yeah, because it makes you feel like you're in a go-kart.
I'm in the go-kart. Like, what? Like, I could see the
immersion. Wheel. At the end of the day, it's all about immersion.
I could see the wheel. Now, the steering wheel that they came out with made sense to me. I don't think it was good, But I can see it. I still have, I think mine's like down in the basement, or it might be like in the back of this closet somewhere. But I get that.
I'm pretty sure I've got a wheel somewhere. I have a Wii wheel in there somewhere that I just got at like a Value Village years ago for like $1 with a bunch of the other plastic stuff.
You could feel the weight of the cards. That must be one of those very, very light ones.
And with the Tom emoji, I get it.
Oh my god. That just kind of reminds me.
Lord Goth brings up in the chat here. Hot take: the normal N64 controller is fine as long as you're not using the D-pad and joystick at the same time. One problem was the joystick being weak and too small. Agree. Like I've seen so many people, like it's super easy to replace those sticks now with like something a little bit more durable, or even something comparable to the GameCube analog sticks. But here's the thing: I don't remember a single game that made you use the D-pad and the analog stick at the same time, unless it was like you're trying to do like an alternative control scheme with GoldenEye.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask, if you could recall a game that did that, because I can't. Could you even map the controller in GoldenEye like that?
I'm gonna go into science right now.
Oh, for science.
Science.
Yeah.
For science.
That is the best way to handle it, with science.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew, off topic, but Super Mario Strikers got added to the GameCube app last night.
Yeah, I've been getting my ass handed to me all day.
I heard. Everyone's very excited about it.
Except me, I've been getting bodied.
Well, just get good, nerd.
I need to get good. I mean, I am a nerd, but you'd think I'd be good at the game because I'm a nerd.
Get better, nerd.
Before coming up here, I lost the game 9-1.
Looking things up. Oh wow! Oh, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it is. It hurts. Anyway.
Well, I was gonna say I started playing some games, but not Switch 2 yet. Sorry.
Liz, what the fuck?
I'm actually playing video games a little bit right now. You guys, I'm so overwhelmed with the transfer screen where I'm like, it's such a task and a burden that my brain can't do it. Don't judge me. I'm so
judging.
Overwhelmed, please.
I'm judging.
Please.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'll stop judging.
You can swap it out. So instead of using, so the default is honey. So you can use the D-pad to look around, or the analog, or the C buttons, and use the analog to move. Or you can swap it out to what they call solitaire, and that makes it so that you can use the D-pad to move and the analog stick to look. So
that sounds like ass.
Then you can grip it like the other way. But then you've got that problem of like you've got to move your right thumb over to the B and A buttons to do actions or switch your weapons.
Yeah, it's like basically you're holding the controller and moving like this, or like this.
But then again, your fingers in prime spot to because like it's the Z trigger to fire.
Yeah, but what if you need to do something besides fire? Get good, nerd.
Right.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, but it put it on that control scheme, and I'm like, I'm moving around. I'm looking around with the stick. What the hell?
Oh my god.
But then again, it has that dual analog one there for if you have two controllers plugged in, you can dual analog.
Well, I'm mentioning
Did you ever see that custom Nintendo 64 controller someone made where they just like welded two controllers together? And basically they said this is the GoldenEye controller?
Fuck no.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
I've got to see that. But I was thinking, because you said immersion, I was thinking of the ultimate immersion, at least in a more modern day. Because I've got one right over there. The Kinect. I've got a Kinect right there, that piece of shit. That thing has always been just absolutely bad. It was a good idea, and it didn't have the software to back it up at all.
Except for dancing games. With dancing games, it worked.
Well, how many times do you want to sing that you're Han Solo?
Oh, I absolutely refuse to play dancing game in Kinect Star Wars. This song's terrible. I did the Rancor pit, I did the pod racing, I did the lightsaber duels, and I did part of the story mode. I never touched the DLC because I hate those songs with a burning passion.
Yeah, they're
sons of Tatooine. All right, so when I googled two
that was a
N64
very nerdy
controllers
response.
together, we get an AI overview, thanks Google, and it automatically gives us the Uncle Derek's video because, like, apparently the guy who made the controller sent it to him so he could review it and play some games on it.
That is nuts.
But it's on my shop. Yes, it is Word. I might have to double my goals for that if you all make me play Connect Star Wars on a sellout stream. Just saying.
I have no idea what's going on there, but it sounds serious.
Oh, it was this thing I copied from Hang Time, Big Ups Hang Time, where they do this thing every once in a while to, you know, encourage support. They'll do things called like a sellout stream where it's just basically like, hey, for X amount of contributions, you get X amount of minutes and you can pick any game for us to play. And there are some people that have like thrown down like hundreds of dollars to like, yeah, I want you to play Three Skies of Arcadia or play a Yu-Gi-Oh RPG. Interesting street. So like we've done it before on Game Days for Good. I've done it a few times. It's interesting. Like a lot of people come in and go like, "Hey, try out this game. Here's some money to Extra Life and try out this game." I was like, "Okay." And I have like a command called Shelf, and it's just like my entire catalog. So like people's like, "All right, I want you to play this," and then I think Warband is threatening with a good time or a bad time.
It is threatening.
Oh shit! Hold on, let me. Is this an app? Hold on.
It's just
Explain.
No. Okay, so it's just Command Shelf in my chat, and it just brings a link to a Google document I have saved.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, if you have a good gaming app, but like I have good book apps to keep track of stuff, I need recommendations.
I'm on Android, so I don't have any good apps. Like I've tried several apps to keep track of my collections and like accessories I have, just to make sure I don't double or triple buy. But every time I switch phones, I can't import the list, and then I end up having to scan everything all over and over again. So this time I'm just like,
I can't help you with accessories, but like the games and whatnot, price charting app, pricecharting.com.
To keep track of your collections?
Yeah, you just tell it what you have, and then yeah.
Okay.
That's how I know the worth of my, like, if somebody were to ask me right now, what is the worth of your collection? I could pull it up in the app and tell you right now. And I'll just preface by saying, I haven't put everything in yet. So don't be like, oh, I thought you had a good collection.
There's a pile for that.
See.
I can't keep track of games. You don't know how many things I bought twice. It's embarrassing. It's so embarrassing.
There was one more thing I was going to talk about before we wrapped it up, but now I've got to pull this up. Okay, current value, and again, I have not added everything into the collection. I still have, like, look behind me for everybody who's watching live. Look at all this. It's going to take me a little bit, guys. Let's see. Total value right now, $14,588.
Oh my god. That's awesome. It's a lot. And you're not even done yet, dude.
I don't think I'll ever be done.
No one will ever be done. No one will just say, and we're done. It'll never happen.
Oh, and that doesn't even include the the amiibo I recently picked up. I went to a shop and dude offered me six amiibo for $20.
Almost $40. Why are amiibos so fucking expensive now? They're $35 US.
I guess they want to just kill them. Yeah, it could be that. Probably.
I did not realize. I mean, some of them are like pretty big, and that's cool. But $35.
Well, one of the six I picked up,
like a new name.
I picked this guy up. I thought this is the most important amiibo to have if we're gonna have this show. Get the focus.
Oh, Resetty. Yep. I see it.
As soon as I saw that one, I'm like, okay, yep, that one's coming with me. And then I picked up some other really cool ones. But 6 of them for $20? Yeah. Because I guarantee they're all going to be, even out of the package, they're going to be worth more than that. I knew that. He knew that. He didn't care. Maybe he didn't know that. I didn't do it. I just came and showed up with the money. That's all I did. But I was going to ask.
You got a deal.
That's how this collection happens. Deals. Sometimes sketchy ones.
Mm-hmm. With a Z.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Did I tell you this? Okay. Another sidetrack, but I got to tell this story. So, really weird, sketchy PS3 game deal. Where one day this guy posts, like, he has, like, this huge collection of games that he wanted to get rid of for, like, $75. And I was thinking, well, I'm looking through there, and I'm pretty sure it was, like, 50-some games, $75. That's almost $1 a game. That's crazy. Okay. So he gets there and he tells me, like, oh, these belong to my nephew, and he decided he didn't want them anymore, and he just wants me to help him, like, get rid of them. And first thing I thought, why isn't he here then? I'm not asking any more questions. I'll buy him. I don't know who this guy ripped off. I don't know if he stole them. I don't know. But they're all behind me right now. So there they are. I've had some other weird ones, some other sketchy ones, but I didn't do it. I just showed up with the money. But I was going to ask, and I don't know if I'm the only person here who's really delved into it, really experienced it. VR? Has anybody really jumped into some VR? Because I've had...
Too expensive.
Well, I didn't pay for it. Someone brought it over and let me try it.
Too heavy.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
VR, whatever.
It can, like, it'll hurt your head.
It's too expensive.
It can, like, it can also give you headaches and make you dizzy. But you know the main reason why I thought it was so important when I was playing VR? Because I played some good VR games and some shitty VR games. And then one that, like, made me say... if they ever make this non-VR, it's going to be great. And then they did, and it's been great since. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Oh, a game that was VR, not made VR.
There's games that need to be VR.
Astrobot.
I do want to play some VR, but it's so uncomfortable.
Astrobot started as a VR game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rescue Room or something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Astrobot. It was actually one of the first games I played in VR, and I was just like, holy shit, this is good. I thought that their presentation, because obviously they were building a fun game first, and then they started putting like the VR bells and whistles into it, but it still presented really, really well on the PlayStation VR system. And I thought it was just really badass. Then there's other games that just didn't work so well, like Tetris Effect. It's Tetris. Like, how is that? I feel like we're going back to the Virtual Boy on that one.
Just want
it's
it
Tetris.
To be
how the fuck?
More realistic. I just want it to be my whole peripheral view, my main view, my everything.
There was a game I played where you can do that. It just sucked.
Where Ben says Johnny can attest to his VR. Watch him play RE7. Yeah.
I refuse.
Dude, I want to play that so bad.
It's freaking.
In VR. Is 8 in VR?
I believe so. I think Village is in VR now. I think
it is.
PS2 VR.
Okay, so. You know what's killing me? So, of the games that I started, so the Talos Principle, the first game, they made a VR upgrade later. Like a few years later, when VR was becoming more popular. And people say it's beautiful and amazing. And I started playing 2 recently. And this game just expands upon the first game like insane.
Yeah.
Like when I was installing this game, it's huge. And I'm like, this game's beautiful. Oh my god, I'm loving this. This world is huge and ginormous and super detailed, but there's no VR. When it's like built for VR, it's killing me. It's like legitimately killing me that this game's not in VR, as far as I know.
There's some
It's
I
insane.
think you
It's
can
like you can't do
you
it
can
with the
try
first
it.
game.
There's some you can try and you can just
I don't know.
immediately tell that it would benefit from VR. And I think like the new RE games like RE7 and 8, those since they're first person and they are more action than like the original RE games, but I still think they have like some really good spook moments too, and that's perfect for VR. Like so much in fact that my bitch ass won't play Resident Evil 7 or 8 in VR.
Yeah, 7's kind of freaky in VR.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I had to stop like 2/3 of the way in because I was getting a little freaked out, and two, I was getting a little dizzy. I was also missing stuff too. And I just checked for people asked. RE Village is VR 2 only on PlayStation VR 2. It's not on PS4, which makes sense because it came out on PS5 at the same time there. So.
Yeah, and honestly, I was going to say you also have to consider like the power that you would need to run it in VR. So PS5 is probably the only way that's going to be happening.
I would say it's a little more seamless. The only thing I was kind of upset with, there is a point in the game where you collect one of the medallions to progress throughout the house, and it fades to black for half a second so that you see the character grab it, and then you get jump scared. I feel like for them doing that, because like obviously they had to do that because like they render out some cutscenes in VR a little bit differently than they would if you're just looking around. So that kind of took me out a little bit. I was like, okay, flash of black, I know something's gonna happen. Because I didn't do this any other time I picked up an item. I was like, okay, what's his face is gonna come scare me? All right, I'm ready for this.
Right.
But for VR, I did RE Village, and then we had a night where I played a bunch of like smaller stuff. So like drunken bar fight, keep talking, nobody explodes.
I think it looks funny.
Marvel's Iron Man is fantastic. Like
really.
Like I played the demo of that, and then I bought the full game. Like, you have to take. It's recommended you take breaks after every mission, but just like, you really feel like you're Spider-Man in that. You're Iron Man, but it's crazy. What else did I play on that? There's like I haven't played the Batman Arkham game. Melanie played that. She had a lot of fun with it.
I forgot there even was a Batman Arkham VR.
Yeah, just like that was basic. Because there's one that's out now that's like a full-fledged. No, first person.
So it's
first
Arkham
person for sure. Okay, cool.
It's Arkham like with the fighting and everything, but it's first person.
No fighting. It's just a detective story. So like you're going around like I think it's like Nightwing's got hurt. You guys try and find Nightwing. You get into it, but basically it's just
like an investigation.
It's a point and click thing.
That would still be awesome.
That sounds like it sounds like my sort of thing.
I think the one that's on MetaQuest right now, that Arkham game, that one has like the full combat because that's a full-fledged game.
Yeah.
But no, this was something that Rocksteady just made a demo for PlayStation VR.
I still think that would be awesome. Good, Liz.
I do want to play that like Until Dawn VR game.
Oh, Rush of
Blood. But like, I have no idea if it's any good.
Never touched it.
Did you play that? Oh my god, tell me please.
I haven't played it. Please. I feel like it's I've seen other people play it too, and it really doesn't have a whole lot to do with Until Dawn. It's crazy. It's just like you're just on a rail.
I figure it's just like the cash cow name. Yeah, just like the movie was a cash cow name. That's all.
I forgot that was a thing.
No, okay, it was okay, but that's a whole other discussion for another day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to do Rush of Blood. You know what pisses me off is that I'm like super into horror games. That's like one of my chef's kiss genres. And like every time I'm like, oh, this looks like a fun game. VR. All of them are gosh darn VR. And I just don't. I will play VR if it's really cheap or free. And the fact that I get two separate ones for the PS4 and 5 is garbage. And I don't want to buy two headsets and all the things to go with it. I don't want to be like a total hater, but it's expensive, and then there's a million different VRs. And it's like, well, then you need one for your Steam, and you need one for this, and then, oh wait, this is obsolete now because we made better technology. And it's like, why spend hundreds of dollars every few years? It's a scheme.
I'll give Sony a little bit of credit. They do have it so that like you can convert the Sony headsets to work on PC.
That's cool.
Like there are like
I did not know that.
there are some
I
things
thought that it was
there.
restricted.
No. I've seen people like actually plug their PS1 VRs into PC, and I think you could do that too with the new PS2 VR. And I think that one's a lot easier because that one's wireless, so you don't have like big freaking gaping wire running down.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to think what
I
else.
don't know, it just feels like a scam. I can't do it.
Star Wars Squadrons. That's the one. That's the one I'm.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
Oh, how could anybody forget about
I like
that?
the Star Wars games.
Squadrons is first-person flight sim. So
Hell yeah,
stuff like that.
Oh,
hell
okay.
to the yeah. That's gotta be
that
like
one's immersive 'cause,
chef's
you
kiss.
look around. Crazy. I actually bought Battlefront 1, the EA one, solely on the PlayStation, not to ever play that, but because they had a VR mode in it, and that was pretty fun.
Stop.
I'll definitely get VR if it ever becomes cheaper.
While we're speaking of this, so let's go back before VR. Oh, I'm pissed. I got screwed out of getting a Sony 3D television, and on the PS3 they did 3D stuff with a number of games.
Yeah.
And honestly, one of my best friends, I love him. Oh my god. So he is obsessed with 3D, and he's like, what the fuck? We have got 4K, we got all these complex things, but there's no 3D televisions anymore. And there's like no 3D stuff. I mean, I know that was like a fad, but like 3D as like an adult person was way better than what it was as a kid. Like once Avatar came out and they did like really intense 3D stuff, I was like, 3D's cool. I don't know. It's kind of a bum that it like turned out to be a fad, but there were supposedly like really cool games that people played, and I got screwed out of a TV.
I will say though, they did something really cool with that 3D TV. I think it was like with one of the Motor Storm games. So like if you wanted to play 2-player couch co-op, there would be a split screen normally on television, but on the 3D one, if you both had 3D glasses, so one person could see theirs and then the other person could see theirs on the same TV. So like it would flicker for one person just to see their, and then the other one could just see their perspective. It was crazy technology.
Like, bro, why aren't we doing this?
Yeah.
Because
it sucks.
3D TVs were too expensive and no one bought into them.
No, I mean they were cool. I tried them.
I looked at them. They were okay. Like the 3D effects were cool, but then again, like they came with like TV specific glasses. You couldn't just get the ones from the movie theater to watch it.
Right. The glasses were too expensive. That was one of the problems. Like I'll even say it. I was one of the people that when not the original but the new 3DS, I was one of the people who actually played my games with the 3D on.
I didn't.
Oh,
I would.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I did.
Oh, I only did cutscenes.
The slider would always stay down. I put it up for a little bit, like, okay, that's cool. Right back down.
No, I would play A Link Between Worlds.
Scenes.
I'd play A Link Between Worlds with the 3D on.
God, this thing is so dusty.
I like to Link Between Worlds with the 3D on. I thought it was pretty fun. Other games less so. I agree.
My 3DS lives in my side table drawer.
Oh, mine's around here somewhere.
Can I give my hot take? I think the 3DS is way better as a portable system than the Switch.
Well, yeah, it fits in your pocket.
I feel like this.
Yeah.
I feel like the Switch is the best and worst thing that happened to Nintendo. I don't know. That's how I feel right now.
This is wild. Unboxed Switch 2 on the last episode. 3 weeks later, hating on the Switch, saying how it's transformed Nintendo, arguably for the worst.
Played it yet.
Not even playing games.
I don't think you played anything on it, have you?
Not even playing any Switch 2 games. Just opened the fucking thing and said, "Yep, here it is." Maybe connected the Joy-Cons just to hear them clack on and be like, "Yep, those are magnets. Awesome."
You guys, it's so overwhelming for me to set up the Switch 2. I told you. It's so overwhelming for me. My brain can't like process finding a spot to plug it in and doing a system transfer. It's so hard, okay? My executive functions are failing me in that regard.
I find the dichotomy amazing. It's amazing. Wow.
It's the best and the worst thing that happened to Nintendo is the Switch, okay?
Well, we'll have to contact Miyamoto and be like, Liz said, fuck you!
Hey, he was in Orlando recently to go to Nintendo Land.
And you had the opportunity to go tell him to fuck himself. But I bet you didn't. No.
You could have been like, bigger than that breakmyps2.com guy. Remember him?
Which one?
PS2.com guy. Who's that?
There was a guy who at launch would go and be like the first in line to get a console, and then he'd go outside and he would scream breakmyps3.com, and he would throw the console down and break it in the middle of the street.
Oh, I remember that guy.
I think he did that to the Switch too. I think he did that to the Switch too this year, and I don't think anyone cared. It's just like, oh, you're this guy.
Yeah.
Is it 2008 again?
You know, yeah. I love. Hold on, can I do a throwback? I love when Mega 64 did the PSP Go video, and then they did the PS5 one without the disc drive, and I literally those videos. Oh my god, they're the best.
I think my favorite Mega 64 video has got to be Hotline Miami. That one is hilarious. For anybody who hasn't seen it, just go watch it. A friend of mine watched it with me. Is like, I don't see why it's funny to prank people in public like that. Like, fuck you. This is funny.
Wasn't a big fan of those,
but go watch the PSP Go one and the PS5 video. Like, if you don't know what they are, you should go watch them when we're done. They're very short.
I was thinking also go check out their blank in 5 minutes. Yeah, we're meant to Mega 64 Metal Gear Solid in 5 minutes, where they just like abridge the entire game. And I love it because like they have a cameo from
send you guys a link.
Raptor. So like when they get to the point in the game where you're supposed to switch the discs, it cuts to Aaron Hans. He's like, disc 2! And he's like frantically trying to switch it.
They've made some good content videos.
If you haven't watched the videos I'm talking about,
their chef's
I need to watch
their Dragon Ball Z in 5 minutes, like, oh, just like perfect.
Yeah, you guys didn't know it. This is now officially a Mega 64 Appreciation Podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Mega 64 Podcast. I'm your host, Rocco Bodie, and with me tonight,
I think the most interaction I've ever had with Rocco, even like with like the behind the scenes stuff I did with Screw Attack back in the day and all that, the most interaction I ever had with him is he walked by and I said, Rocco, and then I got, yo, and that was it. It was
oh my god. Okay, yeah.
Groundbreaking.
We should do not at all. We should do our own Mega 64 podcast one day. Can we do that as a subject and just pretend we're Mega 64 for a night?
I have to make a confession. I have to watch their podcast first.
Oh my god. Okay, can I give the praise of the Mega 64 podcast really quick?
You may.
So I have okay, let me just say I have numerous routine podcasts that are played all the time, constantly in the car or throughout the house. And poor Cody is sick of it. But he likes listening to the Mega 64 podcast. He actually enjoys it. Okay. Okay, there's difference.
I wonder what the spice is that's so different.
He doesn't get upset about it. So I'll just leave it there.
I'm going to make the assumption that he likes this one too, because you're featured. But still. So it's two podcasts he likes. That's two.
He doesn't like. He also likes Trash Taste, but I'm kind of like on a Trash Taste hiatus at the moment. It's a very emotional thing, like the Switch 2, very emotional. Anyway, that's all I have to say.
Are you going to tell us how that podcast changed something for the worse and ruined lives too?
I can't even get into it. It's too personal. It's too personal.
I don't know how to take that.
Emotions.
I don't know which direction to take that at all. That is that's staying right where it is. That's what that's doing. Oh my god.
No, I don't want to like talk shit about the show. I'm just kind of tired of like talking heads, and I'm like, wow, I could just, instead of listening to people do this, I could just do it.
Yeah.
That's all.
You can.
Yeah.
That's all.
No, everybody can podcast. Like if you're watching right now and you want to do your own podcast, the only reason I can imagine you can't do your own podcast is you are so awkward that you don't know how to carry a conversation on. Yeah, that would be a problem. Or like you've got a terrible voice. I don't know how to fix that for you. I can't help you with. You just got to figure it out. But otherwise, you can do your own podcast. I told if I ever bring him on, he'll never admit this, I don't think. But I was talking with Tanner, a decade ago actually, when we started this thing, and he disagreed. But I said, I'm starting to see like some celebrities start their own podcasts. I'm telling you, they're going to take over, and podcasts are going to be just fucked for regular people. And he said, "Oh no, that'll never happen." Yeah.
No, it's happened. Okay, there's a difference when you start off as like a no one and you kind of become a celebrity through that medium. That's cool, but like, oh, I don't know. I thought I had the good idea to start listening to the Pokimane podcast, and you know what? There's some stuff where I'm like, okay, celebrity, whatever, like, but then there's like stuff where I'm like, this is actually like really good insight. Already being like a celebrity person, I'm like, there is good perspective and things to learn about this career. So
just don't ask her about cookies.
I guess when you have an expert in a subject talking about the thing that they know, it's really great, right? So you do need that celeb status to an extent, but when it's like oversaturated with people who are already like big and making money doing things, they're not relatable. It's very tiring. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get that, and I think you really just got to find your niche when it comes to them. Like, I could say people who are into, like, retro gaming, obviously, you have me, I would work for that. Johnny would work for that. I mean, all three of us would work for that, I think. If you want, like, that plus,
hell yeah,
like, old school internet media, I think I would fit into that because I did have, like, that connection and background with Screw Attack. Except the problem is when someone asks, well, who did you work for? He was a guy. He wore a hat backwards. Let's just leave it at that. So I think we're doing okay. But we do have to go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks so much for coming out tonight, guys. And we'll see you later.
Good night.
Night.